work on using your right hand if you're a right thrower. If you're a lefty, you're using your left hand on the opposite lapel. Instead of grabbing the normal kumikata, okay, like instead of this, we're going to be grabbing this way. Right hand on the lapel and left hand on the sleeve, okay? And we're going to work about how to steer this guy around with it. All right, and just swing right in. Say Nike. A lot of people don't think Uchimata is coming out of that grip. We're going to work on using this right arm quite a bit, okay? And we're going to do, instead of, since it really does work a lot, that I found over the years, this kind of a combination of this grip here. If I use this grip on my right hand on his lapel, instead of grabbing like that here, and I can do this, but I generally have more room to work if I have a really longer grip, a lower grip down to here, okay? That way I can manipulate them better. And what's going to happen, and I'm going to have Derek demo here, we're going to start here from this grip, just kind of, I'm sugar-footing a bit with my right foot, my right hand, okay, I've established the grip. What I want to do, I want to do a little Taisabaki action. I'm going to pull him to my power hand, my surite. So I'm going to pull him around this way, pop around this way, step around, just step all the way. Okay, step around this way, and now there are some things we can do. We can come into a Seoi-nage, we can come into a Taiotoshi, and we're going to do Uchimata also. Okay, so I'm going to have Derek show those a bit here, so you would do that. So let's do the first one, Seoi-nage. And one thing, guys, when you're using this right hand, turn around so everybody, if you want to use his elbow to punch him on the chest and let him know he's being beaten up, or to manipulate him, to steer him with it, feel free to do that. What you want to do is your right hand, Derek's right hand, is going to be popped up. His elbow is generally going to be down and across, okay? He's kind of steering, he's steering him with that hand. That's why I call it the steering hand, okay? It's a directional hand. Not just a power hand, it is a lot of power in it too. But that's what he's going to be doing with him, okay? Now what he's going to do is just move him around to his right, pop around to the right, and he just swing right in, Seoi-nage. A lot of you guys, like Nick, you're a good knee drop guy. Perfect for a knee drop. Same with you, TJ. You're good. So pop him around. Right there. Clean knee drop, Seoi-nage. What you're doing, the Taisabaki, this partial circular action you're doing, not all the way around, but it's kind of partial, really sets them up. So you're kind of throwing them back into your hip, and there you go, you pop in, and there's the takedown, okay? And that's not a Morote Seoi-nage, it's an Eri, E-R-I, Seoi-nage. It's the same side, 2-on-1 grip type Seoi-nage. Now next what we're going to do after that, we're going to be Taiotoshi. A lot of you guys like Taiotoshi too. So let's do that same grip, and we're going to pop them around the side and set them up for a really nice Taiotoshi. So it pops around the side, and sets, it's a natural, it's kind of a natural movement. It really sets your hand in strongly for that. The Taiotoshi, do it kind of slow, pop them around the side. Now see how that's, and now it's really important, pop out the way. That's why I say grab a little lower like he is. You really got a lot more room to action, a lot of room to move down here in the hip area. And when he comes in nice, clean Taiotoshi, okay? The third one we're going to do, and it's your choice if you want to do it. I want you to get those two for sure. But let's do Uchimata. Some of you guys like Uchimata. It's a one-sided Uchimata, not one hand, one-sided Uchimata. So swing him around and just load him up for a nice clean Uchimata. A lot of people don't think Uchimata is coming out of that grip. They think you've got to have that other side. You know, there are a lot of ways to do Uchimata from this grip or whatever. Not too many people think Uchimata is going to come out of here. So it's a good move one more time. So watch it. Now, I can't stress enough, when you swing him around, that's what the steering hand is about. The power hand, you step them around to get that Taisabaki action. Now see, that pops them in there. You don't have to do a whole lot of movement with your lower body when you do this, okay? All you have to do is just pop in and hit your Uchimata. It's a really clean entry into Uchimata too, okay? And the nice thing about it, when I'm doing it here, I'm not throwing my shoulder back. If I do, I'm a big tall guy. This really bothers me. I can't do the surikomi action back here very well, just because of my height. Okay, but this way, this allows me to really get that side. So it's a very powerful throw. So we're going to work on that series tonight, okay? All right. A few pointers here on your knee drop, the Seoi-nage. when you do the same side grip, the 2-on-1 grip here. Okay, so what we're going to do, really more for the knee drop Seoi-nage than the other throws like Taiotoshi, Uchimata. The right hand, your steering hand, your power hand here, your surite, when he brings it around, so he pops around the side. Now, when he does this, he's going to curl this a lot, guys. And when he comes in, come on into your knee drop, and I'll hold him up. So, see that? See, it's got curled more. You get more power, and you really tighten them up a lot more. So it's just kind of curling, and he rolls it right over. It makes it rounder. It makes the knee drop Seoi-nage rounder. Is what it does. Okay. So one more time without me holding the poor guy. So, whoa, it's way around there. But the idea is the other two, the Uchimata and the Taiotoshi setups, you're going to have more of a set hand here, of an upright fist up elbow. That can you just do them? We don't have to throw them. But when you come into your say your Taiotoshi, move them around to the Taiotoshi. Yeah, just move them around in position. So move, and see, so you have it nice and set there, and that makes it more powerful in this particular throw. And if you come into the Uchimata, the same thing here. It would be the same type of situation. But the Seoi-nage, you want to be a little rounder, especially for the knee drop version, because you're going under his center of gravity. And you're rolling all the way over and right on top of it. So that's how you do it. It's a little bit different, but it's the same setup, but slightly different action with that power hand, that surite, that steering hand. Okay? Let's keep drilling. Now, we've been working the 2-on-1 side here. I don't know what it's called, just a 2-on-1, because my right hand's on his right lapel, my left hand is on his right sleeve, and again low. Okay, we have been working, pulling him into my power hand and my surite, my lifting hand here. And that's a very powerful movement in the Taisabaki, or the circular body movement action. So when I'm doing it here like this, I'll be doing it here, and we've been doing Seoi-nage, Uchimata. You can do a lot of throws from here, Taiotoshi. But now we're going to change the direction. You know, the Taisabaki can go the other way too. Okay, and I think you'll like this. It's going to be very strong Osotogari from here. Again, you can do many throws from this situation. We're just choosing Osotogari tonight. Okay, so what's going to be is like this. I'm going to set it up here. So it's sitting there. Now, instead of pulling to my right, my power hand, my steering hand, I'm going to pull in my sleeve hand. This is the hikite, the pulling hand. Okay. So here, and what I want to do, I'm going to move him just, he's not going to go very far, just a little bit. Basically, he's going to kind of go in front of me. So if I'm kind of sure footing here, right foot, right hand here, and I'm just going to pop him this direction. See, I got him that direction. So I've done, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up my hands. This is really important. Pop out here, it really helps. Okay, and I'm going to step across and hit Osotogari across the body. Okay, very powerful Osotogari. This is the kind of thing that you will flatten. Okay. You do movement. So watch the movement. We're going to pull toward this hand. This is the sleeve hand, the hikite. He's going to spin him in that direction, so spin him around. And then when he comes across, a step across, just pile driver Osotogari. And that stepping movement, this is why we say good kazushi, or good balancing, controlling the balance, breaking the balance, relies on good movement. And here is a classic example of this. This is how judo works. Sambo, whatever it is. So when he comes in, when he pulls this way, he doesn't make it too big of a move. He just kind of pops around just a little bit. It moves as he needs to. See that little back step? That's all he needed to do. But now he's popping there. He's starting to set his power hand here, his steering hand, fist up, elbow down, right in the crook of that shoulder there. Now he's with his foot, he's going to step sideways. See that? And now he's in position to come in that really very powerful Osotogari. Don't kill him, but there. It's you're literally turning him into it. So this is the movement. This is Taisabaki movement. Taisabaki means a circular movement, or turning him, body management, body movement in a circular direction. Okay, one of the basic ways to turn a person. And this is it. This really is a good example of it. So we worked on pulling him into your power hand, or your surite. Now let's, or your steering hand. Now let's work on your sleeve hand, your hikite. Okay, your pulling hand. One more time, and then we'll let you practice, because it's a great setup. So pop him, step. There you go, Osotogari. Great way to set up Osotogari. Very. There you have it. But we're going to work today, to start with, on using this as a foot sweep. He doesn't think a lot about foot sweeps if I have this grip. Okay? key things to remember, my right hand is on his right lapel, okay? And I'm controlling that, so it's next kind of steering hand here, and then my power hand, Shingitai, okay? The left hand, I want a little longer grip because I want to be able to have some movement around. Now I could grab here, if that works for you, great. If I can grip up here by the elbow, fine. But generally I've found in doing this movement, grabbing down here when we do it. And what we're going to do is pretty simple. I'll have Derek demo this in a second. But I'm just going to trade places with him. We're going to do a Taisabaki, or partial circular movement action here. So I'm going to move him around this way, and as I do that, I'm going to follow the foot sweep. Now, your starting position, just like in anything else, is really important, okay? If I'm all out here, and I'm even with him and I try to do this, it's not going to work. I want to make sure, if I'm going to move him with my right, and I got my right hand committed here, that's why I'm going to go to my right side here, my power hand. My right foot and his right foot are very close. We're starting in this position here. And when we're gripping and we're gripping and working, and I happen to be here, here I am. This is where I want to be, okay? And at this point, I want to move him around to my right. And as I do that, I'm going to step and follow and do a foot sweep. This, we're going to do an okuri burai, sliding foot sweep. But really, okuri, O-K-U-R-I, okuri, means to send after quickly. And this is, like we were saying before, this is really the definition of how to do this foot sweep, because you're sending your foot after his foot very quickly. And you'll see what I mean. Okay. But the starting position is really important. So I don't want to be here like this when we're fighting and getting my grip and I'm setting it. I want to be here a little, because I want to have room to move. When I move him this way, I want to have room to circle myself. So as I move him around to my right, I want to have room to circle. See how I had the circle? And then follow through with that sweep. Okay? And that's what you're going to see here. That's what you guys are going to be doing pretty quick. So he has it here. Okay, now he's going to be, his foot's there. See that? Okay, now when he moves Eric to the right, and that's Taisabaki action, he's going to follow up. Boom, I was in your way. Sorry, let me try to get there. Okay, so there it is again. Okay, and he moves him around, steps. Boom. Okay, and he's following it very quickly. He's sending that foot right after. So there's a step that he steps around. There you have it. It really is a cool move. And this is a nice circular movement, you know, around movement using Taisabaki. And this is a real class at why it's called send after foot sweep. Because you're sending your foot right after his foot and a quick send after your stepping movement. Okay? Everybody see that action? So one more time without, don't throw, just come to the point. Now, you see how he's leading? He's got to have room. This is the key, guys. One more point. He's got to have this room because this is going to be the one that really whacks him. Okay, the left foot. That's the sweeping leg. And he's got to have room to move around to his left as he moves Eric to his right. So he can now apply the sweep. So he's got to have room for that foot to come and make the sweep. You got to have room for that really powerful hip action. Okay, go ahead. And even that fairly slow. It's a very fast movement, and that's pretty good doing considering it's a fairly slow step, so you can see the movement. Okay, pretty good. Okay, aren't you glad you aren't doing this, huh? There you go. Okay.
That's cool.
That's a nice foot sweep. And nobody expects a foot sweep from this grip. They expect a big, powerful throw like a Tai Otoshi, you know, Serenagi, knee drop Serenagi, something like that. They don't expect this to be pulled here. They expect if you're going to do a Taisabaki action, moving, they expect you to be pulling on this shoulder, coming around here. You can still do it by pulling on the shoulder. That's fine. Because it's just a basic Koreashi Burai there. But we're kind of screwing them up a little bit with this grip. Okay? We'll do that. Any questions? It's a really sneaky move, and it's a really good move too, son. There you go. Okay.